Debo,
Yes.
we're here in Miami. That's your tent behind you. You and your wife
Yes.
live in the tent.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, what you want to know about the tent or just?
Homelessness.
Oh, well, I mean, my wife got homeless. I met her down in Miami. I was already down here. Most people go homeless because of family situations, circumstances in jail, certain, I guess, hindsight of what's going on, on the streets, before you get to the streets, things that's, like I say, basically, mostly what people go through at family, jobs and all kind of stuff, all kind of stuff can lead you to homelessness. So it's like, yeah, but nobody's ever really never safe.
Yeah.
It's always a step away, from being homeless.
Yeah.
But
How long you been out here?
probably about what? Me, probably about 8 years.
8 years on the streets?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I hear out here at night, the other guy we were just sitting with was saying that there's homeless people everywhere out here at night.
Well, not out here because of the fact that, like I say, as you can see, I try to keep it clean as possible back here. We're not allowed to be here, but, God bless who they know me and they know I'm a respectable person. Like I said, me and my wife, we don't drink, smoke, or do drugs. And when we came over here, they were like, we don't want no tents back here because we see one tent, everybody else want. I said, sir, please don't disrespect me like that. I didn't disrespect you, and they say you just same as, people that you deal with. I don't deal with most of the people on the street. Even though I'm on the street, I'm not of the street. I have a good mind frame, a good head on my shoulders. I just got, like I said, mess up situations at the wrong time and wrong place, whatever. But my wife has been homeless for like what? Probably about 5 years. She used to be a school teacher. She graduated from the Gators. What was that? Florida State Gators.
Yeah.
She got a teacher's license and everything. But the dude she was messing with, I guess before me, he was beating on her and stuff. Basically trying to mess up her whole life, off of male chauvinistic pride.
Yeah.
Typical.
So what's a day like out there?
Well, a day like out here, depending on what day. Actually, most of the days are different because you never know who you may stop and talk to. You never know who may stop and talk to you. You never know, who's watching, who's not watching.
Yeah, but how do you survive?
Well, we can survive. I personally say with Jesus Christ, Like I said, I'm not perfect. Me and my wife is not perfect, but we do believe in God, and we do go by what the Word said, and the Word said, Trust in God for everything. He will, give you everything that you need. And that's basically what God's been blessing with. That's what they need. It's been a blessing. We have never had to go to for 4 years. We ain't had to go to the mission, Camilla's house, sisters, the hack, none of that. And most of the programs, they're no good in the first place.
Well, tell me about that. Tell me, is there any support for homeless people in Miami? You've been out here 8 years. Your wife's been out here 5 years.
Well, in Miami, per se, there's support only for those who are favored. Meaning that, okay, Miami is all about, the money you got or who you know. If you don't know people or you're not willing to, do certain things for money, nobody likes you. Nobody's wanting to talk with you. Nobody want to do anything with you. It's like you're an outcast.
But homeless people don't have money. That's even down in the down and out. Who's getting helped out here?
Well, let's just say I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I said, this raw no cut, and I like to keep it real. I like to keep it true. Some homeless people do get money from SSI and stuff, and most of them trust me, I know almost everybody out here. 75% of everybody out here. And I can tell you from personal experience, most of them that get checks, out of 100 of them, only 20 of them actually want to do good things with their checks. Like get a place to stay, affordable place, get a job, or, start off slow, trying to come up. The rest of them only want to drink, smoke, and do drugs 24/7. And then when they run out their check, they want to ask you, as soon as you don't want to give them the money, they want to get mad at you for not giving them your money.
Right. They're lost in their addiction.
Yes. Now others like me that don't do drugs, drink, and smoke, you got a whole bunch of us out here, Now everybody's different. You got some people like to scam people out of money, some people like to rob people, some people like to steal. It's like, me and my wife, we sit here, God bless her. I'm a very friendly type of person.
you came up to me, and how we met is you said, "I hope you're not offended, but you look like Colonel Sanders."
Yeah, yeah.
So you are a very friendly type person because you did it in a real cool way. You weren't trying to be mean or funny. You were just making conversation.
No, the only reason for that is because like I said, I've been in prison, I've been in jail, I've been to all this stuff. It's just like I know the difference between a person that actually have good intentions and a person that has bad intentions.
Yeah.
And Miami, there's a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? People get this mistakenly because of the fact they figure everybody, this person friends, so all these other people. No, it's not always like that. I wish it was, but it's not. You got certain people you say hello to and they trying to chop your head off. I mean, literally, with a knife or something. Right. And then others you say hello to, they look at you and spit at you, or they'll walk off screaming, or you know.
I bet your night down here is pretty nasty.
No, really, not in the alleyway, because like you said,
no, I meant downtown.
But downtown, oh yeah, trust me.
No, you
trust
keep,
me.
I can tell you keep this area clean.
Yes, I try my best, I promise you. But yes, a night down in Miami, downtown Miami like this, you know, I mean, it gets pretty, what you say, what's the name for horror movies? The real name for horror movies?
Scary.
Well, no, it's go past, it go
frightening,
beyond.
yeah.
Yes, frightening, that's the part. It's very frightening, even for locals, you know, for those who just want to live and have a peaceful life, but you would figure, you know what I'm saying, Miami, nobody's really living peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Miami all my life, and most of these buildings got built up off of, you know what I'm saying, killing people, you know what I'm saying, extortion and all kind of stuff. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, even though it might be peace outside, but inside there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on we don't know about, and the stuff that we do know about, we try to stay far away from.
What's your future like?
Well, my future, you know what I'm saying, I know if I keep depending on Christ, like I know everybody don't look at God as God, everybody don't think there's God. I do believe there's a God, you know what I'm saying, He don't help me out of too many situations, and my personal Savior is Jesus Christ, me and my wife. And it's like, God has blessed us to become a long way than what we used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, like I said, I have struggles just like everybody. It's like, we read our Bible, we pray, we sit there, we talk to each other about the Bible, about stuff on Instagram, stuff on Facebook. Like I said, God bless me with talent. I write music, I write rap songs. I used to sing, I don't sing anymore. I cut hair. I do a lot of stuff to try to help people and all, and it's like, it makes me feel good when I'm able to help somebody because of the fact, you know what I'm saying, even though I'm out here, it's like God uses certain people that's out here to help others because they won't listen to anybody else. You know, it's like more people out here, they figure if you can't tell them, if you've never been through what they've been through, so you can't tell them what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? You can't sympathize. You can't, you know what I'm saying, rationalize. You really can't say, oh, that's got to be a hellified situation, you know what I mean? Because a person never been through it. So, you know, I know even back in the day when Jesus walked the earth, you know what I'm saying, He sat down with the tax collectors, the harlots, and all this because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, He made all of us and He know what everybody's going through. But sometimes God tests us, and you know what I'm saying, Satan tempts us. But like I said, nobody believes in God. Not too many people believe in God or Satan, so no disrespect for all those who don't.
Yeah.
But this is how I
I'm
live,
a believer.
you know. And this is how I survive, you know.
Yeah. Oh, good. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Well, the first wish would be that everybody return to the normal state of how God made. Well, I mean, when God first made Adam and Eve to that normal state, nobody knew sin, nobody knew evil, nobody knew anything. It'd be peaceful, the animals would be peaceful, everything would be on point. You won't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, people dying over here for nothing, people killing over here for nothing, people doing this and doing all this stuff for nothing. Everything will be on peace, everybody be peaceful towards one another, and so you better talk to snakes and stuff and all this stuff, and be able to pet lions and stuff. Right. Even though people do that now, you know, animals are still unpredictable, so some of them die in the process, doing what they love.
Yeah. Wish number 2?
Wish number 2, if that wasn't able to be done, I would wish that everybody I walk across, I'm able to help in some type of way. Well, they don't take it to the point, you know what I'm saying, I owe them if I don't do it again or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Score.
Yes. And wish number 3, if those wasn't it, just to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be rich. And the reason why I say that, like I said, God bless it, you know what I'm saying, only because of Christ, me and my wife, we don't drink, smoke, or do drugs. Right. The reason why I say to be rich, and not to even be rich, just to have enough money, you know what I'm saying, to make some of these buildings that's down here in downtown Miami, you know what I'm saying, that's empty, you know what I'm saying, fix them up. Well, you know what I'm saying, certain homeless people that's actually trying to change can be in these programs, and they can actually, you know what I'm saying, make a life out of another, what they see as, you know what I'm saying, nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
Great wishes. Thank you very much for talking to me.
Anytime, sir. Anytime.